going to start in standing. So feet hip width apart and parallel your feet. Take the weight of your hips back over your heels, stack your bones, and arrive in this place. Press your palms to prayer. You're going to breathe in, fill your lungs, sweep your arms round, press your palms together, and then exhale, take your arms down. We've got 3 more of those. You want to match your breath and the movement. Sweep your arms wide, press the palms together, exhale, sweep them down. So the breath, the movement, they're the same length. The inhale's the same length as the exhale, and the movement is the same length as those. Let's do 1 more. Fill the lungs, sweep them round, and breathe out. Bring your hands to prayer. Press one arm up, other one down. Lean to the side, fill lungs. Exhale, come back to prayer. Fill the lungs and empty the lungs. Reach those palms, flatten the palms, tuck the front ribs under, press them down and in. Beautiful day. Fill the lungs. Exhale in. Fill your lungs and in. 1 more. So good. Press the palms to prayer. Sweep the arms up. This time you're going to bend your knees and fold down to the earth. Uttanasana. When you need to inhale, fill your lungs, sweep your arms round, stretch up. This is what it looks like from the side. Empty your lungs, drop down, fill your lungs, sweep up. So you can see my knees are slightly bent. You can bend your knees more, depending on your flexibility. Fill your lungs and empty your lungs. Really good. Sweep up. Come down onto your hands and knees and untuck your toes. Press as much of the surface of your ankles to the ground as possible and lock your elbows. Just rock backwards and forwards. Make sure you're not arching your neck, overarching your neck. So press your chin towards your throat and you get some extension on the back of your neck. Start to make your forward and back larger. If you haven't got the ankle flexibility, then you could roll up a towel and place it underneath the front of your ankles so that you could just rest your ankles. Can you see how my ankles are elevated? So just rock backwards and forwards. Close your eyes. You're just mobilizing in alignment. Shoulders and hips even either side of the midline. Your midline is your primary axis from the crown to the tip of the coccyx. So you can see my forward and back has started getting larger. I'm pressing the heel of my palms to the earth. And we're going to do 1 more. Press your glutes back towards your heels, forward, and then come down onto your forearms. So forearms and shins are same width as your elbows and as your shoulders and your hips, and cat-cows. So round your back, breathe out, arch your back, breathe in. Flow with that a few times. Just check in that your elbows are shoulder width, your knees are shoulder width, and you're curving your spine backwards and forwards as much as you can. And there's a distinct pause at the top of your breath and the bottom of your breath. Flow into that. Fill the lungs. Empty the lungs. 1 more. And round right up and start to take your hips back. Support yourself with your arms. This is not working. And drop down into a child's pose. A few rounds of breath there. Just checking in with your body, relaxing to the earth. And once again, depending on your flexibility, You could place a cushion or a bolster underneath here, or your child's pose could look like that, or it could even look like this. It's just a fold, and relax into the fold. And then press down on your shins so that you can slide your torso up, and sitting on your heels, place your fingertips on your shoulder tips, rotate those elbows. So because the biceps not engaged, because you've folded your arm, you've got as much flexibility as you'll ever have in your glenohumeral joint. So move that round. Make sure you're sitting upright. If this is too uncomfortable, you can be up, kneeling, just circling those elbows, right around, right around. So close your eyes and focus on your scapula, the back of the rib cage, and those bones should be mobile enough to float over the rib cage. And other direction. Round you go, round you go, round you go. Really good. 2 more. Make sure you're breathing through your nose. You're accompanied by the children squealing in delight. It's a beautiful day. Sydney at its best. That's your last one. So good. Come up onto all fours. Tuck your toes and push back into downward dog. So maybe your dog doesn't look like this, maybe your dog looks like that, but as far as possible, you want long lines from your heels to your glutes, and from the heel of your palms to the sitting bones. So I'm a real V shape. I'm not a V, I'm a V shape. Lock your elbows. On your next inhale, draw forward, crown of the head, extend forward, stand on your arms. Push that air out, push back to downward dog. Fill the lungs. Empty the lungs. Fill the lungs. And that's your exhale. We've got one more. Fill the lungs, empty the lungs. Bend your knees and bring one leg forward and drop the other. Maybe yours doesn't look as elegant as mine, but one way or another, bring your foot forward, untuck that back toe and lean forward into it. You might not have the flexibility yet, which means that you need to elevate your hands. So if you've got blocks, just lean forward into it. Make sure both hip creases are facing forward. Tuck the back toes, extend the leg, and push off your hands so much and take your heels back that your foot goes back. Breathe into your dog. Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Blow the breath and come forward to plank. Push back to downward dog. One more, that's your inhale. Just realigning your hips and your shoulders, getting the balance right and left. And this time you're going to bring that left leg forward, drop the right knee, and lunge into it. Blow the breath. So maybe you've got blocks or you've got something so that you can lean on your hands because you haven't got the flexibility yet to lunge forward. It's a very strong hip flexor stretch. And then the toes are tucked at the back. Lift that back leg and push off your hands. Suck the thigh into the chest and down to downward dog. Bend your knees, walk forward, walk forward, walk forward, walk forward, walk forward. Fold your arms, hang down. You've got a few rounds of breath here. Your arms are folded. And just check your body that you're even either side. And then your knees are bent. Stabilize your legs, so your legs and your hips are like a pedestal, and slowly draw your torso up from there. Keep your arms folded. It's a slow rise. Keep your arms folded. Roll up until you find yourself in standing. Your arms are folded, your feet are hip distance apart. Stretch the elbows back. Keep the body upright. Take those elbows behind you. Exhale down. Match the movement and breath. Fill the lungs, fill the lungs. Keep moving until you find you can't move anymore. It's exploration. You're finding out, you're discovering where your range is. So fill your lungs. Feel that extension. Just do your best. Not trying to prove anything, just match the breath and the movement. And down. Fantastic. Step into straddle. Rest your palms on your thighs. So you want to open your thighs wide and sink your hips. Slide your palms down your thighs and just lean on your arms. So let gravity sink your hips. Your elbows are straight, your shoulders come up, and my arms are taking quite a lot of my weight. In fact, the majority of my weight, and my spine is nice and extended. It's calm. Really good. Push your heels into the earth so much that your body comes up, and then stretch to the side. Fill the lungs. Empty the lungs. Use your breath to calm you. Fill your lungs. And back to center. So this is an exploration and flexibility. And then exhale. Consolidation. Inhale. And exhale. One more other side. Breathe in. Pause there. And breathe out. Breathe in. It's a side bend. You're not leaning forward, you're not leaning back. And then slowly push your heels into the earth. Toe heel, but your feet are still straddle. Let's do some side bends from here. It's a completely lateral movement, which means you're not moving, you're not leaning forward and you're not leaning back. My heels are pressed into the earth. My thighs are locked and my glutes are turned on. So should yours be. Fill the lungs. Last one this side. And last one this side. I'm going to turn sideways because we're going to do a squat. So this is a squat, which means my spine is still long. I've got the natural undulating curves of my spine, but as far within that, my spine is long. So I'm squatting down. I'm lowering my sitting bones, and then I'm stretching up. So that's your exhale. Compression is exhale. That's your inhale. Breathe out. And in. This is a compression, a fold. This is an extension. Flow with your breath. Keep your elbows shoulder width. And up. Close your eyes. You're locked into alignment. Two more. Fill the lungs. And empty the lungs. This time you're going to stay up. Reach your arms as high as you can. And then interlace your fingers. Touch your thumbs together so you've got a nest. And just lean from side to side. Bottom half for stability. The bottom half stays central. It's a waist bend. Just from side to side. Just flow from side to side. Okay. So that's a lateral bend. And now we're going to do lateral rotation. So sweep your arms down, bend your knees, and just use your arms as levers to turn your shoulders. Your shoulders are level, your knees are bent. Just rotate from side to side, easy flow of breath. Eyes closed or long blinks. Take it round. Okay. Back onto your knees, please. Untuck your toes and press the heel of your palms into the ground. Push down, stretch back, press the forehead to the ground, weight of the head on the forehead, and then fire up. Your inhale is going to bring you forward. You lean right forward and squeeze the heels to the bum. Push the air out, fold back. Fill the lungs. Hold that, full lungs. And then push back. Exhale. 2 more. And back. Last one. This time when you take your feet back, tuck the toes, fold the toes where they meet the feet, the phalanges at the metatarsals, and lift your knees and stretch back to downward dog. You're going to come forward to plank, stand on your arms, you've got full lungs, just pause there. And this time when you go back to downward dog, you're going to stretch the leg up. Come forward to plank, stand on your arms. Elbows are straight, core is engaged. Stretch the other leg up. Let's flow with that a few times. I'm moving over so you can see more of me, just what you wanted. Forward, fill the lungs, empty the lungs. One more either side, fill the lungs, empty the lungs. Last one. Rise high on your toes. You folded your toes as much as you can. Push those heels up, suck those front ribs under. I could see I was sticking them out. Kiss your knees to the earth and lift. Keep the heels high. Kiss the knees to the earth and lift. Let's do 2 more. And up. That's the last one. So good. Walk forward, walk forward, walk forward. Hang in Uttanasana. Just drop to the earth. Release your head. Gravity's got the weight of your head. It's extending those cervical vertebrae of the neck. So you can open your jaw. You can move your head from side to side. And then be still. You're going to lower, 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 until you're sitting on the earth. Ah, so good. Okay, hands behind you, your guide finger, which is your second finger, that runs up the midline of your arm to the midline of your shoulder. That's facing forward, so your hands are in a figure 11. Curl in, please. And then stretch out as much as you want. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Let's work it a bit just to activate those abdominal muscles. So in and out, in and out, in and out. 2 more. Really good. And then place your feet hip distance, so your hands are shoulder width and your feet are hip width, and stretch up, chin tucked towards the throat, fill the lungs, and relax to the earth. Exhale. Fill the lungs. So you push the heels into the earth so much that your hips rise up. Just 2 more. Fill the lungs. If you want to do more of any of these sequences, just press pause and go with your body. You can always resume at a later stage. That was your last one. Yeah. Turn and open your legs. Morning.
Morning.
And place your Alice band on your head so that your hair is out your eyes, and just stretch over. So just an easy movement now, not straining. Maybe yours looks like this. If you haven't got the flexibility, then you can elevate your hips. So sit on something, a bolster or a cushion or blocks, whatever you want, a log. Reach right over, Really good. Okay, we are going to do Setu Bandhasana. So feet hip distance apart, walk your heels towards you, and then slide down, lie on your back. Broaden your collarbones, relax the shoulders to the earth, and if you've got quite a lot of tension in your neck, then elevate your head so that you've got nice extension here instead of. So if you find that your chin is arched back, that means you've got a over accentuated cervical curve of the neck. So you need to elevate your head just so that you can build some extension into the movement. Turn your palms up, relax them 45 degrees. I've pushed my shoulders back, my collarbones are wide. Fill your lungs and stretch up. Stay there with your full lungs. And exhale, relax on the earth. When you inhale, rise up. Reach, reach, reach. And exhale down. 4 more. Push the heels into the earth. And exhale. Fill the lungs. And relax. Slow it right down. It gives your brain a chance to work out the best way to do your movement, to check in with your alignment. Fill the lungs. Exhale down. Last one. Fill the lungs. And down. Draw the right leg up. Hold the shin. Draw the left leg up. And just little exploratory movements on the earth. So rotate them round, deepen your breath, make sure you're still breathing through your nose. And then take your arms wide, shoulder width. Extend your hands, your palms are facing upwards, and feet on the ground, wider than hip distance, and just roll your thighs from side to side. You're not reaching, you're just moving within your comfort zone. So just roll from side to side, side to side. Enjoy the view. Sydney at its most magnificent. That's your last one. Draw the thigh up, hold the hamstring. Draw the thigh up, hold the hamstring, round your back. Rest your toe mounts together. That's a midpoint reference point for your brain. Round your back and rock and roll. Easy rock and roll along your torso. Couple more until you rock up. And then you're going to Baddha Konasana. So Baddha Konasana, sit right up. You're going to breathe in, boom your chest forward, and then breathe out, round back. I'll probably show you from the side. Front on. Flow with your breath, fill your lungs, and empty your lungs. Once again, if this posture is excruciating, you need to be sitting on something, or you need to be supporting your thighs so it's not such an intense stretch. I reckon if there's pain, there's no gain. Relax into it. It should be a pleasant experience. It's an experiment, it's an exploration. It's not a goal or a target. One more. And then use your hands to bring your thighs up, because we've just extended these muscles. So their strength is compromised because they've been extended. So use your arms to bring them up. Step your feet hip distance. Hold your hamstrings, round your back. And then breathe in, come forward. Can you see that it's not a neck movement, it's not a cervical stretch, it's a thoracic and a lumbar and a sacral stretch. So your spine primarily is moving forward and back at your rib cage and your lumbar area. So you've got this kind of ringing out backwards and forwards. This is the last one. We're nearly over. That's enough for today. You need to get on with your day. Okay. You're going to swivel over. So when we rotate and swivel, you always swivel on your toe mounds, not on your flat feet, because if you swivel on your flat feet, you'll wrench your knees. So come up onto your toe mounds, take your outside arm, take it over, and come into downward dog. Bend your knees, walk back, and just hang down. And then press the medial borders of your feet into the earth, stabilize your legs, and draw up from your legs and your hips as if they're a pedestal, and stack each vertebra as it arrives in vertical. Really good. Up you come, standing tall, press the hands to palm, press the palms to prayer. Wingspan, and then tilt that over. Slacken your jaw. Make sure your jaw is just slack. Lips are apart. Come back to prayer. Take your arms wide. Roof of the tip of the tongue resting on the roof of the mouth. I do realize that these videos are not professional, but it takes a lot of courage to show you what I do. I hope you enjoy it. Lean to the side. It is an agreeable appointment with your body. Lean to the side. That was your last one. So sweep your arms up. Fill the lungs, press the palms together, bring it down. Sweep the arms up, fill the lungs, down, drop your head, standing upright, eyes closed, and then raise your head. Namaste.